Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is John Wild with the Eco Guys, and welcome to what I want to call answering emails or answering questions about one particular subject. And I'm going to take a drink here. My throat is acting up. I got this cough. So if I go, excuse me, let's try to get through this together. Okay, I get a lot of questions about a lot of things. How do I recycle this? How do I recycle that? Where do I recycle this? Where can I recycle that? From people all over the world. And I help them research and find a way to do just that. But a lot of people ask me a lot of questions because there's a lot of confusion about one particular thing more than anything in the world. The great evil of the world, these plastic bags. Who thought this would be a great idea? It's beyond me. These things do not biodegrade. Well, they'll break down after a couple 100,000 years. They put chemicals in there when they make them. They put chemicals in the air when you got to recycle them. They never wind up where they're supposed to go. They're supposed to be recycled, but a lot of people throw them away. They end up blowing in the wind, out of the landfills, out of the refuge truck. They end up in the water. They end up in the ocean. They end up in our fish and our plant life. Believe it or not, fish cannot tell the difference between this and a jellyfish. And they will eat these things and it will kill them. And the more we kill off our natural resources in our ocean, the more we kill our ocean. And guess what else is going to die when we start doing that? 100 billion plastic bags are manufactured in the U.S. every single year. We use 100 billion plastic bags a year, which requires 12 million barrels of oil to manufacture. Now, so what's a good alternative for this? It's not really the subject of today, but paper bags or the reusable canvas bags is a lot better alternative than using this. But you're going to get these. I get these. Everyone gets these. I get these because they blow around in the wind and I find them. But going through life, you're going to come into some other plastic bags. Other types of plastic bags. Are these other bags recyclable? And how and where can we recycle them? So what I ended up doing is I collected plastic bags from actual samples that have been emailed to me in questions to see if these things are recyclable. Now, how do you recycle a plastic bag? It's so simple. Contact your local store. Sorry for the coughs. It could be a Target store, it could be a Kroger, it could be a Publix, it could be... Most stores will take plastic bags back. They have a plastic bag drop off by their door. You go there, you drop off the plastic bags. But see, a lot of these things are confusing. A lot of them only say grocery bags only and things like that. And is that true? Well, let's debunk that first. Absolutely not. That is untrue. Every company, and there's only really a few companies throughout the U.S. that recycle these bags, recycle all types of plastic bags. Everything from plastic bags to shrink wrap to everything. They recycle it all as long as it's clean. I apologize for the cough. I'm going to take another swig of coffee here. As long as it's clean bags, not a ton of paint on them and all kinds of yicky stuff, you can take it back to basically the grocery store that you take these bags back to. And here's another sample. It's a gray one. And then I get another, well, what about color? Doesn't matter. White, black, blue, beige, gray. It doesn't matter the color of your bags. Clear, doesn't matter. Take them back to the store. And here's a sample of a lot of other plastic bags that I've had questions about. Do I take these back with these? And so we're going to open up this bag. I'm going to place it off to the side, nice and open, because we're going to be putting bags in that bag to take back to the store. So let's go through these things here. I get this a lot. You ever seen one of these? These are usually the shrink wrap covers that covers your plastic bottles of water. Okay? You shouldn't be buying plastic bottles of water, but you're going to do it anyway. So what do we do with the plastic bottles when we're done?
Recycle it.
Recycle it, exactly. So what do we do with this? Throw it away? It's not a bag. Absolutely not. This can go back. Yes, it's shrink wrap. It can go back to your local store. Absolutely. Positively. Oh, here's a good one too. I get asked this all the time. Ziplock bags. What do we do with Ziplock bags? Now, do these go back to the store? And do I have to cut off the Ziplock and all that? Yes. Yes, it goes back to the store. Yes and no, you got to cut off the little zip. What do I mean by yes and no? If they're like this, no. You could put this in there, just like this, and it will get recycled. Some of them, and I had an example, but I don't have it now, have that little plastic button or a little plastic holder that you zip across. It's like a little piece of plastic. That really, it's easy. Just pop that off and put your plastic bag, your Ziploc bags. Make sure they're clean. And to clean a Ziploc bag is easy. Oh, put a little water in the bag, close it, shake, pour it out, and then you take the bag inside out, let it sit in your strainer overnight, dried, ready to be recycled, rather than go to the landfill. Coughs. Don't you hate coughs? Excuse to drink more coffee. Anyway, so let's reach in here and see what's next. This is probably the second biggest question I'm asked, because you get a lot of these out there. These are the bread bags. Bags that your bread comes in. What do I do with these? Can this go back to the store? Absolutely. Yes, they can. Plastic bags. Just make sure there's no bread in them. Okay, let me get a couple of these, because this is a question I get quite frequently. You know what? We're going to play a game. Rewind this, watch it again, and every time I cough, you take a drink. Food cooking bags. As you can tell, I like Publix. Can you tell I like Publix? Is it a sin to buy, these things? Well, they're a lot healthier than buying canned vegetables, that's for sure. And unfortunately, most of the boxes that these things come in are waxed boxes, and it's really hard to recycle those. It's a lot easier, believe it or not, to recycle the plastic cook bags. It's going to be a rare opportunity when you hear me say that this is preferable. It's what you do with the bag when you're done. Again, a little bit of water, rinse it out, let it dry. Absolutely can go back to the store to be recycled. Here's another type of one. Same thing, it's one of them cooking bags. You boil it or put it in the microwave. not COVID. It's just a cough. It's strange. Anyway, so yes, so these things can go back to the store to be recycled. Just make sure they're clean. And it takes a second to clean them. It really does. It's not that hard. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of a tip here. You really want to be green when you go shopping. You want to try to be green wherever you can. And you use the little canvas bags for your groceries. If you forget them, ask for paper, because paper is so much easier to recycle. Most paper bags, if not all of them these days, are made from a very high post-consumer recycling content. And it's just so much easier to use to recycle the paper bags. So what do you do when you know you got to buy some produce? And you go to the little produce area, and they have all these little produce bags that you can get and rip off, put the stuff in there, and you do the little, you want to show off to the people around there, so you do that little spin and that little tie, and showing off. Really what you should do if you know you're going to get some produce is stop at the front of the store and ask them for the small paper bags. Can I get 3 or 4 or 5 of those small paper bags? And put your fruits and vegetables inside the small paper bags. A lot of people don't like a lot of people don't like to use the reusable canvas bags for their produce, because there was some rumor on the internet that it can make you sick if you don't keep it clean and all this other kind of stuff. So try to grab some small paper bags from the front of the store before you go shopping. But inevitably you might be getting these. These are the small produce bags that you get in the store. Are these recyclable? Can these go back with your bags? Yes, they can. Absolutely 100% recyclable. Send them back. Now, let's see what else we got down in here. Okay. 2 more. Pandemic. Running wild. Running John wild. And a lot of people will end up buying your personal wipes. Now, if personal wipes and sanitary wipes come in the little plastic containers, those are recyclable in your curbside recycling, or wherever you can drop off any kind of plastics to be recycled. Okay, but sometimes they come in these little baggies like this. Sometimes they're just, they zap open like this. You reach in there and grab out the little wipe and wipe yourself down, clean your hands, you're ready to go. Sometimes they have like a little plastic on the top of them that you can actually lock down. What do you do with these items? Are they recyclable? Yes, they are. If they come like this, where they just have a little flap, a little plastic flap, when this is 100% recyclable, can go back to the store. They can go back to the store, okay? If they have that little plastic lock thing on there, just grab yourself a pair of scissors, be very careful, and just remove that plastic lock lid thing. And a lot of times that's made out of low-density polyethylene, and you can put that in your curbside recycling, the lid, and then take the bag portion of it, take it back to the store. Even though it might look a little shiny or whatever, take it back to the store. Yes, those are recyclable. Now, I'm going to head this one off. A lot of people ask me why I've been coughing lately. Well, as some of you know, I was in the hospital not too long ago, and one of the medicines that they give me causes an inflammation, causes me to cough. So am I going to wait for a long time to give you these tips? No, I'm going to try to get through this, because these tips are important for you to know. So let's battle this out together. Last one. And yes, You don't have to remark on it. It's a Publix brand. But the Swiss cheese, the cheese, little bags that cheese comes in, and even the individual wrapped American cheese and all these cheese bags, even though they have a Ziplock on them, are these recyclable? Yes. Just make sure there's no food residue in it. Clean the food residue out. And yes, they can go back to the store. Are you getting the gist of this? Shrink wrap bags of all types, plastic bags of all types, shrink wrap. It's all recyclable, and it can be taken back to the store to be recycled. And I would hope that basically we do this. We need to take the 100 billion plastic bags, and I think that's a conservative number, because that's just plastic shopping bags. Let's add in the individual cheese wrappers. Let's add in all these bags, these extra type of bags that I showed you. They add up, folks. We are becoming more and more of a consumer because of the pandemic. So there's a lot more of these going to the store. There's been situations where I've gone behind retail stores and have found entire dumpsters filled with clear plastic bags. Apparently their merchandise comes in it. They open up the merchandise, they put it on the shelf, bag goes to the dumpster. Made me ill. It made me sick. And I will be calling out some of these retailers soon about that situation. This needs to stop. And the sad thing about it too is I see the garbage truck go back there, the big ones, lift up the trash over your head, over the head. And as they're dumping this, all these little plastic bags just go flying out. He's trucking on down the road, the plastic bags are flying out. They're going to find their ways into the sewers. They're going to find their ways into our lake, rivers, and streams. They're going to find our ways into our aquatic life. They're going to kill off the grass, kill off the plants, kill off the fish, kill our oceans, eventually kill our planet. And it's happening already. So let's do what we can to get these things back to the store and made into something else. There's another video that I have on my channel. I'll put the link below on my YouTube channel about what these things can be made into. They can be made into products that can last 100 years or better and be useful instead of killing off our planet. Anyway, we're going to try to get rid of this nasty cough that I have so things go a little bit better. But I had to get this out. And also, if you have, I love my coffee. We all love our coffee. If you have a business or an organization or just a funny mug, maybe a mug with your mug, you can send it to me. What you do is you in a private message or in a message, you say, I'm interested in sending you a mug. You can also email the ecoguys@yahoo.com. That's in the description as well. And send a mug. You don't have to, but I always say try to put like $1, $2, $5 in your mug to donate it, because we really could use some help in educating people about recycling. We recycle things that normally people don't. And it costs us money to recycle some of these things. Well, we do it because we're trying to keep the stuff out of the landfill. We're trying to promote recycling. We're trying to be proactive. So any kind of donation can help. The website's also down in the description if you need to or would like to donate just straight up. But I think it would be really cool for everyone to start sending me their mugs so I can drink out of my coffee with your mug and talk about your organization a little bit, talk about your business, talk about whatever. Just make sure it's an environmentally happy business. I don't want no petrochemical companies, nothing that sit there. Don't. If you have a business called Tree Killers, you can hold off. Not interested. But the thing about it is I'm friends with arborists. cut down trees every single day. But they promote replanting and replacing every tree that they take down. They try to do that as much as they can by even offering free trees to replace. You get a nuisance tree that is growing over your house, it could fall. Call them. They will actually offer a free tree to replace your tree with. So that's an awesome arborist tree service. Something like that's okay. But if you're with the Mr. Burns, I want to kill you with chemical company, you can keep your coffee mug.
Was that young Hellcat Smithers?
If you have any questions about recycling, you can always leave comments with this video, no matter where you view the video. The Eco Guys at yahoo.com. I love questions. Get on our Facebook page. All these links are right here in this video and can be found at our website, which the link is here too. So if you ever have any questions, let me know. I'll be able to answer them. And if you have things that you want to get recycled, let me know. And I'll do my best to try to help you out. That's what I'm here to do. My life's calling, in a lot of ways, is to work with the environment. And that's what we're trying to do. Hey, pretty soon I'm going to have a brand new Valentine's Day, being green on Valentine's Day video. We'll talk about that too. So you can show your love by being green. It's John Wild. Have a good one. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, if you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, your life will suddenly turn wonderful.